Today, I'm pulling back the curtain on exactly how ordinary people, teachers, plumbers, and janitors are quietly building $1 million net wealth while the rest of the world is distracted by the noise of the stock market. Most people think becoming a millionaire looks like a get-rich-quick crypto scheme, a winning lottery ticket, or inheriting a tech fortune. But there is a silent group of people living right next door to you who are reaching that seven-figure milestone without ever earning a six-figure salary. They aren't day trading. They aren't hustling 20 hours a day. And they definitely aren't picking the next Tesla or Nvidia. They are using what I call the quiet path. It's a simple 2 ETF strategy that exploits the most powerful force in the financial universe: consistent, boring growth. By the end of this video, you'll have the exact blueprint to build your own millionaire flywheel. And I'll show you why doing less actually earns you more. Let's begin with the problem: the expert trap. Why does the average person struggle to save even $10,000, let alone $1 million? It's because the financial industry is designed to make you feel like you don't know what to do. Wall Street wants you to believe that investing is a high-stakes game of chess. They want you to trade frequently because they make money on commissions and fees. But here's the cold, hard truth. 85% of professional fund managers fail to beat the simple S&P 500 index over a 10-year period. If the experts with PhDs and supercomputers can't beat the market, why are you trying to? Ordinary people who become quiet millionaires understand one thing: you don't need to beat the market. You just need to own the market. When you try to find the needle in the haystack, you usually just get poked. The strategy we're talking about today is simply buying the entire haystack. The math of the millionaire flywheel. Let's talk numbers, but keep it simple. To hit $1 million, you need 3 ingredients: time, consistency, and a decent rate of return from your investment. Most people focus on the return. They want 50% or 100% gains overnight. But the quiet millionaire focuses on the flywheel. For example, monthly investment time frame, estimated return, final balance $250, 5 years, 10%, approximately $19,000, $350, $500, 10 years, 10%, approximately $102,400, $750, 15 years, 10%, approximately $310,500, $1,000, 20 years, 10%, approximately $759,000, $1,250, 25 years, 10%, approximately $1,638,000. Look at that first row. If you start at age 25 or double your investment and put away $250 or $500 a month, an amount lower than the cost of a car payment, you don't just become a millionaire, you blow past it. The secret isn't the $250 or $500. The secret is the compounding results in the final years of your investing journey. Your money makes more money than you ever did at your job. That is the quiet part. You're sleeping, and your net worth is growing by $80,000 or $100,000 a year just in interest. But to get there, you need the right vehicle. You need an ETF strategy that won't collapse when the market gets shaky. The 2 ETF set and forget strategy. So, what are these quiet millionaires actually buying? They aren't buying 50 different stocks. They are usually buying just 2 types of exchange-traded funds, ETFs. ETF number 1, the Total Market Foundation, VTI or VOO. The first pillar is a broad market index. Think of the S&P 500, VOO, or the total stock market, VTI. When you buy 1 share of VTI, you are buying a tiny piece of nearly 4,000 companies. You own Apple, Microsoft, and Amazon, but you also own the small mid-cap companies that might become the next giants. Why does this work? Because capitalism is self-cleansing. If a company fails, it drops out of the index. If a company thrives, it takes up a larger percentage. The ETF does the picking for you automatically. ETF number 2, the International Diversifier, VXUS. The second pillar is the International Guardrail, While the US has dominated for the last decade, history shows that international markets often take the lead for years at a time. By holding an ETF like VXUS, you own the best companies in Europe, Japan, and emerging markets. The ratio. Many quiet millionaires use the 80-20 or 70-30 split. 80% US stocks, 20% international. That's it. That is the entire portfolio. No complex rebalancing, no watching the news, just buying these two things every single month regardless of whether the market is up or down. Now let's look at the secret sauce: automation and psychology. If it's this simple, why isn't everyone a millionaire? Because humans are wired to be bad investors. We are emotional. When we see a market crash headline, our instinct is to sell and protect our money. The quiet millionaires have a secret weapon: selective ignorance. They automate their investments. The money leaves their paycheck before they even see it. It goes into their brokerage account and buys their ETFs automatically. By the time the news tells them the market is down 20%, they've already accidentally bought more shares at a discount. They don't check their balance every day. They check it maybe once a quarter or once a year. They understand that the stock market is the only mall in the world where people run out of the store when there's a 30% off sale. Quiet millionaires run into the store. Conclusion and the next step. Building a $1 million net worth isn't about being a genius. It's about being disciplined. It's about accepting that average market returns, compounded over decades, and lead to extraordinary wealth. You don't need a fancy suit or a broker on speed dial. You just need a brokerage account, 2 low-cost ETFs, and the patience to let time do the heavy lifting. But there is one big debate that often stops people before they start. Once you decide to use this strategy, you have to choose your flavor of growth. Do you want to focus on growth ETFs, where you aim for the highest possible share price? Or do you want to focus on dividend investing, where the companies actually pay you cash every month just for owning them? Which one actually gets you to that $1 million mark faster? And more importantly, which one lets you retire sooner? I provide more information in my next videos. You'll want to watch now to make sure you're picking the right ETFs for your specific goals. Click here to watch, and I'll see you there. Add your questions in the comment section below. I will try my best to read and respond to your questions. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful and subscribe for more wealth-building strategies.